I hope everybody's doing well. Today I'll be filming a one brand makeup tutorial, and I've chosen to use the Maybellin NewYork makeup brand. I'll be filming a really rosy, girly, warm toned makeup look with 3 new products that I have bought. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching. So first off, I'll be using my Rimmel London Matte Stay Matte Primer. I know this is a Maybelline, but it's the closest, drugstore product I have on hand at the moment. So I'll just be putting that on as per usual. On my foundation, I'll be using my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 310 Sun Beige. And basically, this is my go-to foundation. I love it. With this foundation, a little goes a long way, honestly. It works wonders with what it does. It is matte, it does leave a airbrush poreless effect on the skin, and also that much. Literally that much is more than enough for my entire face. So I'll be dabbing that onto my Real Techniques beauty sponge and bouncing on and off my skin, working from my cheeks downwards and around. I go over the top of my lips with my beauty blender as well, because it acts like a base for the lipstick that you're going to put on further in your makeup. So now that that's all done, next I'll be going in my Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer in the shade 20 Light. Now with this concealer, I haven't tested it out yet. I've only just used a little test that was at the drugstore that I picked it up at. It's very thick. A little goes a long way, because I just dabbed it onto the back of my hand just a tiny bit and blended it out with my finger, and it covered basically anything. I'm not too sure of its longevity as yet, and it doesn't say anything on the bottle. But all it does say is that it camouflages imperfections and dark circles, full coverage, high resistance, and it's got an undetectable finish. So let's give that a try. So I'm guessing that much will be enough, going from what I tested out at the drugstore. Very full coverage. I can just see that almost instantly. Going up the sides of my nose as well to give me a pre-contour for my nose. You can almost instantly see the difference. It's amazing. And the same thing on the other side. So going by touch, it doesn't feel sticky. It feels almost like there's nothing there. It's as maybe, I don't know, I'm a big sucker for the Fit Me concealer, but I really like that. Like, I'll reuse it again if I have to, by choice, obviously, not because I'm forced to. But still, the Fit Me is my baby. Okay, now, so since I don't have a Maybelline powder, I did try to find one, and honestly, I didn't find any that was up to my expectations just by swatching them at the pharmacy or the drugstore, as you guys would call it over in America. But my favorite drugstore powder that is closest to a high end would be the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder in the shade Medium Tan. And I'll just go in with my BH Cosmetics 124 brush, patting that on to the areas that I've concealed first, and then the rest of my face. Not forgetting my eyelids as well. And for my contour blush and highlight from the Maybelline product, I have found the Maybelline NewYork Master Contour by Face Studio. It's their new contouring kit. Haven't tried it yet, just broken the seal just recently. Haven't even swatched it at the shops. But it comes with a small synthetic standard brush that I don't think I'll ever use. Put that down. And this is what the palette looks like. So we'll first start off with the contour, obviously, and I'll go in with my Napoleon Purtis BR22 brush, tapping my excess off and just carving out my cheekbones. It's very good. Like, look at that pigmentation on it. And the same thing with my jawline and the temples. For the contour of my nose, I'm going to go in with the same contouring shade from the Maybelline contouring palette. And I'm going in with a blending brush and just blending that through up and down my nose. Now you guys know by now that I highlight before I actually put my blush on, so I'll be doing that very quickly. And that's shade number 3 on the palette, giving that a good sweep and putting it on the high points of my cheeks. Very subtle, very subtle, but very pretty as well. A bit on my cupid's bow and the tip of my nose. And now going in with number 2 as the blush. It's a very champagne sort of pink. I don't know how to describe it, but we'll see how it goes. So it is very shimmery, very girly. So that's how it looks like. Now for my brows, I'll be going in with my trusty Maybelline brow satin in the shade dark brown. This is what it looks like, and this was my all-time favorite. As always, brushing my brows out of any excess foundation or foundation powder that I have on it, then brushing them downwards so I can see where the top outline of my brow is. And starting from the middle to the highest point you have in your brows, your brow, just sort of carve it out, outline it and draw it in, fill it in. Now with this particular brow pen, or pencil I should say, or even crayon, it does come with a powdered sponge side, so you don't need to sort of like colour it in, if that makes sense. So now that I've sharpened the outline of my brows, I will light-handedly go all the way to the beginning and then brush upwards and do the same thing on the bottom half too. Starting from the middle and following the natural outline of my brows. And very lastly with the light hand coming in through to the beginning. And after doing that, brush them again in the same direction you want them to stay in. We'll be brushing them one last time after we do this final step as well. And filling it in with the powdered sponge side to give it a more full effect. Now because this look is a daytime look, a normal casual look that you can wear when you're running errands or anything, I won't be doing them heaps harsh, but if it was for the night time, I would definitely go in and go full glam with them. So as you can see, that has already made a big difference into the brows, and with me, I do believe the brows is what makes the face shape and your makeup as well. It's very important that you do tame and groom them to the way you prefer them. I like mine very full, dark and very thick. You may like yours very thin and very fair as well, but this is what I'm rocking with and this is what rocks with me, so there you have it. And I'll just quickly do the other side as well. And now over the top of that, to set them in and keep them tamed throughout the day and keep them all in place, and also to keep the brow product, the brow pencil and powder in place, I'll be going in with my Maybelline Brow Drama in the same shade dark brown. So this is basically just like a setting mascara sort of thing for the eyebrows. And I'll just be brushing the front bits upwards in an upward motion because that's where my shortest brow hairs are, and the rest I'll be brushing them in the shape, in the way that I desire my eyebrow hairs to stay throughout the day. And same thing on the other side. So since our brows and our face base is done, I'm going in with my eyeshadow now. I don't know what to do. I do have the new Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette that I did pick up from Chemist Warehouse here in Australia. There are beautiful pink, rosy, champagne colours in there, as well as your smoky sort of greyish tones and your brown warm earth tones as well. But still, the majority of them are like warm tones. There's only 3 shades there that are cool tone, and that's the grey ones. So let's give that an open now and I'll show you what that looks like. So it comes with 2 eyeshadow, they're not even brushes, sponges I guess. And that's what it looks like from the package. So I wanted to go in with 3 colours obviously. maybe 4. We'll see how we go. But we're going to keep it very nude, very warm and very natural to give it that sort of dewy, rosy, girly sort of look. Now I'll be going in with my base shade, the very first white shade that's on the palette. I'll be using my Napoleon Purchase brush BR13 for that one. Now because I'm going to use this to carve out my brows as well because I didn't use concealer, I'll be firstly starting off from the very beginning up the top where my brow starts and going out towards the end. As far as pigment goes, you can't really tell with a white shade, so I'll let you guys know when I get into the darker shade. And for my transition shade, I'm going in with the shade that's underneath the white shade. It is a shimmer, but still we'll see how we go. So I'll be just going in my crease with that one and blending it out with my blending brush. And with whatever's left on the brush, I'll be going upwards onto my brow bone. And I do want to keep this shade really intense because I love shimmer. And using the same shade with whatever's left on the brush, going inwards halfway onto my eyelid. So now next to that rose gold shade that we just used, there is a brown shimmery shade and I want to use that one just very lightly on the outer corners. So I'll be dabbing that on with my blending brush, the same brush that we were using, and slowly buffing that out with a very light hand. As you can see, I'm holding my brush at the very tip so it's not so harsh when I'm blending that in. And again, keeping that on the bottom half of my eyelid and on the very outer corner using circle inward motions. So as you can see, it did leave a very smoky effect, very warm, very shimmery. I'm in love with the palette already because of the shades. There are 2 to 3, I think, new shades in Australia that came out. Rock Gems or something like that of the same palette, and also a cool tone darker sort of palette. Now for my mobile lid for on top of my lid, I wanted to go in with a very light lilac shade, and I'm going to use the first silver shade there. So I'll just be tapping that on, very pigmented, wow. Tapping that on to the very beginning of my eyelid and bringing that halfway. I'm actually very impressed with the pigment of this palette, to be honest. For a drugstore product and for the price, so you get 12 shades for 20. Well, I got it on sale for 20. I think it's $24.95 in Australia. And I want to keep this shade very intense as well, but still very smoky. I don't want nothing intense for the daytime, no cut crease, nothing.
For today?
As surprising as that may be. And because this shade is very pigmented, I thought I'd go all the way into my inner corner as well, just dabbing that on. For my bottom lash line, I'm going in with the same darker shade that we used on the eyelids, my outer corners of the eyelids, and I'll just be outlining right in and underneath my lash line. This instantly gives it a more, you know, smoky darker sort of effect to the look.
I really do love that rose gold shade that it has there.
For my brow bone, I'm going in with the shade that's next to the very first white shade. And I'll just be highlighting the curve of my brow bone and the very beginning as well. And now time for my liner. I'll be using my trusty Maybelline Hyper Sharp Winged Liner, and I'll be quickly doing my wing liner. So now that my liner's done, next I'll be going in with my mascara. Sorry, completely blanked out. I'll be going in with my Maybelline the Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara in the shade Lacquer Black. Because we are going to put false lashes on, just giving my lashes just a little thin coat. So for my lashes, I'll be using my Model Rock lashes in the style Smoky Velvet. They're double layered short and long mink hairs, I think it was. Reusable up to more than 25 times, and they're absolutely amazing for any makeup look for that matter, daytime or nighttime. So while my lashes dry up, I'll be going in with my lip look, except I've got 3 lipsticks. I've got one Color Drama lip pencil and one lipstick by Maybelline. And because we are a daytime look, my eyes are like, they're very smoky but still princessy.
You need to stay down, boy. Stay down.
I think I'll be going in with the lipstick instead of the lip pencil. So first off, I'll be going in with my Maybellin NewYork lip liner in the shade 05 Rose. And I'll just be outlining my lips with this one. And because the lipstick that I've chosen to use isn't a matte finish, I will be going in my whole, like colouring in my whole lip with the lip liner to increase the longevity of the lipstick. Okay, so I do have a beauty spot on top of my lip and one on top of the high point of my eyebrow. So for that, I know it's not Maybelline again, I am so sorry guys, but I'll be going in with the Bottles Preferred Brow Tint Semi-Permanent Colour in the shade Medium. This is what it looks like, and it is waterproof, it does last all day. Now for my lips, I'll be going in with the Maybelline Colour Sensational lipstick in the shade 630 Velvet Beige. And that's her over there, that's what she looks like. A very, very beautiful colour. I don't know why I haven't used it. The pigment's on point, the smell is on point.
So beautiful.
And now lastly, again, I am so sorry this isn't a Maybelline product, but I'm just going to go in with I'm using the Essence eyeliner in white, just to pop my eyes out a little bit more. And now quickly going in with my mascara, since everything else is dry, up top of my eyelids and going on my bottom lashes. So as it is the first time I am using these 3 products that I just recently bought from Maybelline, I'll give you a little bit of a review of them. The eyeshadow palette, very pigmented for the price. I mean, you get how many? 13?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so you get 13 shades, all ranging from rosy to pink, warm tones, 3 cool tones, and I mean, you get 13 makeover looks on it. And that's what it said at the back of the package. I think you can do a lot more if you use your imagination and creativity skills. But other than that, the fallout, perfect, on point. The pigmentation, I mean, it's all up in my face. Like, look at it. It's beautiful for a drugstore product. Who seriously gets this quality makeup when it's $24? $24.95, but anyway. But yeah, other than that, everything smells great, looks great, feels great, blendable, buttery, like it's just beautiful. The shimmer is perfect, it's not too coarse, not too choppy. The contouring is beautiful, buttery, and very blendable. There's nothing chalky, nothing muddy about it. And I'm guessing I am oily skin. I've got very dry patches on my face and certain parts of my face, and it's worked out perfect on those parts as well. So as long as you prep your skin perfectly before you apply any makeup or any makeup brand on your face, you're not going to get cakey, not going to get oily. Yes, you might throughout the day. Everybody does. It's up to your conditions that you're in, like the environment that you're in, if it's aircon or not, and the weather. And you can't blame the makeup product for this. Maybelline, perfect makeup brand for those who are living on a budget, who are trying to watch out for what they're spending. Buy it, try it, and then come and tell me. So there you have it. So that's it there for my one brand Maybelline makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I did filming. I hope you did pick up a few tips and tricks over there. I try to...
I try to...
make everything make everything seem as easy. I try to do it very detailed, and I do put my best in these videos. So if you give it a like, a share, and subscribe to my channel, it would mean the world to me. If you have any video suggestions, anything you want to see, leave them in the down bar below. You know the drill. And until then guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.